I don't like trying new things because I usually get hurt. That's the problem. I get hurt or sick. I just have bad luck. I don't know what it is. Like every time I try to be adventurous, the world is like, see? This is why you shouldn't. Like I remember in Mexico, a few years ago, I crashed a scooter in Mexico, and I shouldn't be on a scooter. I shouldn't be on 2 wheels. I need 4 wheels at all times. 4 wheels. All the time. But I made a new friend. You ever make a new friend and they have a suggestion and you don't want to seem lame, so you just go along with it? That's what happened. We were flying home that day and I made a new friend. And he's like, hey, you want to rent some scooters? Go around the island? I'm like, hell yeah! Let's go rent some scoots. Let's get out there. And because I thought there would be like a tutorial video or something. Because one time I rented jet skis and they made us watch like a 15-minute VHS on how to work a jet ski, and they had all this safety gear, and I was like, that's what I thought this was going to be, and it wasn't. We just went to a shack, and a little Mexican man threw keys at us, and that was the end of the seminar. That was the whole thing, and it was so bad. Like, there was no safety gear, there was just a helmet that didn't fit. Like, that's all there was, and once we got out there, like, the helmet, like, the wind took it back, and the little rope would, like, choke me out. That was all of the safety. But I didn't even know how to turn this bike on. I was sitting on the bike trying to turn it on, and nothing was happening. My friends were already like doing wheelies and stuff, and I'm like, well, I'm right behind you, and I'm trying to get it going. It's not going, and the little Mexican man that rented it to me, he comes out and he sees I'm having trouble, and he's like, are you good? And I'm like, no, it's no vroom vroom, you know? Because we were speaking broken English and Spanish back at each other. We're trying to understand, but we can't understand. He's like, and I'm like, no vroom vroom, there's no vroom vroom. He's like, oh, vroom vroom. And I'm like, yeah, man, where's the vroom vroom? And he hit a button I didn't see, and the thing fired up. I'm like, yeah, vroom vroom. He's like, see, vroom vroom. And I'm like, is this the brake? And he just shoved me off into traffic. So there I am, downtown Cozumel, Mexico, rush hour traffic. And I could feel in my heart this was going to end well, you know? It was like watching a horror movie. You're like, when's it coming? I know it's coming, but when? It happened on a right turn. That's when it happened. I made a right turn, and halfway into it I realized, I don't know how to make a right turn. I don't know, there was no training. Am I supposed to drop a knee like it's a sports bike and I'm on like the Grand Prix of Budapest or something? Like, what do you want me to do? So I just made a turn, and I was like, wow, we're gonna crash into the median. And my calculations were spot on. I nailed that median. And I went flying. The helmet was on the back of my head, like a concrete yarmulke back there, just holding on. And I crashed. I destroyed half the bike, and I'm not wearing protective gear other than this little bike helmet, so I'm just in shorts and a t-shirt, so I'm bleeding from everywhere, all right? My knee, my hand, really bad. Some of the locals had gathered to cuss at me in Spanish, which is good. That's what you need after an accident, some hecklers. All right. That's very helpful. So I very quickly tried to pick up the bike and get it out of the street because everyone's yelling at me and I'm bleeding. And I picked it up by the handlebars. Remember, that's the vroom vroom area. Which, can I say, what a piss poor design that is. Maybe some pedals next time. Maybe something away from where I gotta pick it up from. And I went to go pick it up and my hand hit the throttle and this thing shot out of my hands. And it went down half a block without me on it. And I smashed the other side. I destroyed the scooter, you guys. There's no plastic left on it. The mirrors are gone. I'm bleeding. And I walked it back to the rental shack in shame. And the dude who rented it saw me coming. He saw him all messed up. The bike's destroyed. And he ran out with all the English he knew. He just goes, what? What happened? And I was so offended that he would even ask that. I'm like, what do you mean what happened? Like, why didn't you have a tutorial video or something? I could have used a couple blocks, you know, whips around the block before you sent me out there. And so he's like assessing the damage, and he's like, I'm like, how much is this gonna be? And he's like, it's gonna be 10,000 pesos. And I'm like, I don't know how much that is. Like, I don't keep up with the world currency markets, you know? That could be $1, that could be $1 million. I have no idea. And he just kept saying 10,000 pesos, 10,000 pesos. So I just pulled out my Visa, and I'm like, well, try that. Give that a try, you know? And he swiped it, and I'm like, did it work? And he's like, see? And I'm like, no shit. All right. Apparently I had at least a 10,000 peso limit on the old Visa. We got out of there. Now, if you remember, I said I was flying home that day, so I had to catch a flight after that. I don't know if anyone here has gone to the airport bleeding. It's not ideal, all right? So we hailed a cab, we jump in the back. The driver looks back, sees me all messed up, and he goes, "Oh, would you rent a scooter?" Which that made me feel a little bit better. I'm like, all right, I'm not alone, right? And I had flown out of this airport before, and in Cozumel at this airport, they have a pharmacy, one of those good Mexican pharmacies where they have all the drugs, which is great. You know what they didn't have? Bandages. It's the only pharmacy I've ever been to in the world that didn't have Band-Aids or Neosporin, anything. And she didn't speak any English. I'm like, do you have bandages? And she just kept pointing at like Viagra and like steroids. And I'm like, that's the last thing I need right now. And I'm pantomiming. I'm like, I'm bleeding. I need Band-Aids. And she just kept pointing at the Viagra. I'm like, no! You kidding? I'm about to be on a plane with strangers. Like, that's what you want to add to this problem? No one's going to want to sit next to that guy. Just some dude actively bleeding and super excited about it. Just, take a seat. I got some stories, you know? Like, no one wants any of that. So I ended up going to the bathroom, and I just wrapped my hand and my leg in toilet paper. So for 5 hours, I just sat on an airplane just covered in toilet paper. And that's why I don't do anything. I try to keep things pretty simple. It's a Wednesday night. How's it going? We're at the mall on a Wednesday. How are you? That was very polite. Some people wooing, some people clapping. This lady just politely waving. Hello. Hi, how are you? Yes, I have the most kind audience members at all of my shows. Like, woo, yeah. Hi, there you are. So good. Thank you guys so much for coming out. One more time for all the comics you've seen tonight. Make it loud for them. Yeah. So good to be here. I love performing at this mall. This is the nicest mall to perform at. Trust me, I perform at malls all over the country, and most of them look closed. And not this one. This one looks like malls used to look. It's like we stepped back into 1985, and we're like, whoa! Feels good. Feels energized, you know? Because then there's the rest of Irvine, which is just corporate offices for businesses you used to go to. It's so weird. Like, you're like, oh yeah, I remember BlackBerry. Oh, that's where they do their taxes. All right. You're like, oh my God, a Taco Bell? Corporate? All right. That means there's like an office somewhere with just documents of how many chalupas they sold. 2023. Some guy over there going, I gotta keep up with these chalupa sales. I'm an accountant on Tex-Mex. That's what I like Irvine. I like what you guys got going on. Everything's curated, everything, your HOA is on point. No one's going wild with the painting of their houses. Everything's, you got it down to about 3 swatches. No one's hanging up basketball hoops, there's none of that here. You guys got a stiff HOA board out here. Manicured lawns. No one has a relative in an RV. None of that going on over here. I like that. You guys are running a tight ship. I appreciate that. Running a tight ship. Day before Thanksgiving, trying to have some fun, right? Before you gotta sit down with the family. Yeah? I love Thanksgiving. It's the best one. It's a holiday. It's all about the food. No gifts. No gifts. You don't have to pretend to say thank you. You don't have to go, oh, how'd you guess? You know, none of that. You can just be like, more. Please feed me more. None of that. All you have to do is shut up. That's all you have to do. Just smile. It's the best holiday. God, I love it. It's good to be here. I flew in from New York today. I flew in, into San Diego. Should have flown closer. Flew to San Diego, got a rental car, and I'm like, what have we done? I think I forgot how long that drive is. From San Diego to here is somewhere between an hour to 6 hours, depending on where everyone is headed on that certain holiday. Man, that drive north, everyone's headed south. Like, it's Remember that movie, The Day After Tomorrow, where the world's ending? And everyone's just heading south like, oh, it's freezing up here. And I'm like, I think we're going the wrong direction. The end of the world is coming from that away. We're hitting it head on. Yeah, flying at this time of year. This is the time of year where everyone that doesn't fly, flies. And it's so noticeable out there. You're like, why? Last week I got doused with a bottle of Dr. Pepper from a lady who was putting her bag on, I had the aisle seat, and she was putting a bag on the overhead. And it's 5 in the morning, I'm like, why is it raining right now? And I look up and there's a liter, but just and I was like, I think you got a leak there. And she's like, oh no, my Dr. Pepper. You know? Man, drinking Dr. Pepper on a 5 a.m. flight too. Like, I just looked at her, I'm like, man, I hope you didn't forget to lock your storage unit before you left this morning. You're drinking Dr. Pepper at 5 in the morning, you live in a storage unit. You have a YouTube channel about living in that storage unit. I like the chuckles in Irvine, because you guys have too much money to laugh too hard at that. You gotta laugh in between. Well, you know. It's that in-between chuckle. Doused me with Dr. Pepper. And then today, everyone on my flight was extremely elderly. There's nothing wrong with that. That's nice. That shows love. They're in their later years and people aren't coming to visit them. They're like, ship him in. Hey, should we go visit Grandpa? Half his body doesn't work. No, fly him out. We'll bump him up to economy. Like, you know how many old people I watched boarding the flight this morning? I was like, what? And there's one elderly man. I'm not making fun. I am, but I'm not. But it's from a place of love. Really, I'm mad at the family that owns this elderly person. What are you doing, shipping this old man across? Go visit him. He's elderly. He had to use the bathroom like 100 times, and each time he got up, and I'm like, he's not gonna make it. He's not gonna. And each time, you ever watch someone go to the bathroom and then they close the door, and I'm like, yeah, but then what's going on in there? What's gonna happen then? Yeah. It's irresponsible. Go visit your family. Don't ship them out like they're an Amazon package, man. Go visit Grandpa in New York. He lives in New York. That's where you're gonna spend Christmas. You guys hush. You're like, that was our grandfather. We shipped him out. I had a nice elderly woman behind me on the flight, and she didn't know how the touch screen wasn't working for her in the headrest, so she just made sure to jab the hell out of that. That was a 5.5-hour flight, and I'm just over there like, it's the holidays. You have to let it go. It's Thanksgiving, you know? The Native Americans and the Pilgrims came together. They were able to set their differences aside. Come on, it's the holiday season, pumpkin spice lattes. 5.5 hours, reminding myself not